Get on with you.
Well, I've always played like most sort of overweight middle-aged men my age. I've played since I was 7, and somewhere sort of deep inside you, there's that same sort of childhood player struggling to get out. So it's something you just always do, isn't it? It's always there, and you sort of do the same things 30 years on from your school team, just slightly slower and worse.
Got drunk in the Indian Queen one night. Somebody got a glass in the head and couldn't play, and said to me, I'm playing football tomorrow, I won't be able to play now. And I said, well, I'll play for you. And he said, oh, are you any good? And I said, yeah, I can play football. And as everyone does, you know, everyone can play football when they're drunk, can't they? And he arranged to meet me. I don't think he thought I was going to turn up. And I turned up with a hangover and played, and there you go, I've never stopped.
I think everyone felt the same today. Everyone was full.
He plays when he wants, and when we're at home.
Gets a bit head up, doesn't he, and walks off and shit.
Yeah, the last time he was walking off, said he's not coming back.
He gets vexed, but I mean, everybody gets vexed.
Everybody gets vexed.
We can hit Gary as a target. Don't send it for him to chase. Just send it for him to hold up. And guys,
if you could be a professional footballer, that'd be the dream, you know, just playing football, getting paid for it. Well, obviously that's not going to happen. So you got to take what you can. So this is perfect.
Yeah, I love it to bits. It gets you out of bed on a Sunday morning as well. People who say, "Oh, have a Sunday morning lying."
Yeah.
By midday, you've already played half a game of football and you're covered in mud.
Yeah.
Been pissed on by rain or whatever. You know, I enjoy it. Love it to bits.
I don't know the love of it. It's just you know, a love of football. You want to do something with your friends, and football's just something that allows a lot of people to all do the same thing together. It's just good fun.
I don't know. I think it's a love of the game that you couldn't describe to somebody who doesn't love football. We just want to play football. We're never going to play for England. We're never going to play for our teams that we support. And as we get older, you know, those dreams certainly fade. But we just want to play football, and we'll come every Sunday, whether rain or shine, and play the game we love.
Well, I played in a game this morning before this game, and the manager of the other team was saying, "Boy, Bob, I can't even believe you're still around. I can remember being a 16-year-old kid playing for Main Line, and now I'm way past that, and you're still here." I just said to him, "Well, you know, it's just one of them things. There's going to come a time when I can't, so while I can, I might as well."
Yeah, it was. I keep playing very well.
You mean you're not over the neck of them?
Who got red card? Jacko coming down here. Is he? Yeah. Texted me yesterday. Come on, Green. You got hammer. What? You not got hammer? They do. Alright, you. They do.
So you're a bit of poo?
Well, I sort of look out the window on a Saturday, like today, and I think there's no sun, it's covered up by clouds, it's cold, it's wet, it's windy. What else would you rather do? I wouldn't want to go shopping. I can't think of anything I would rather do. It's been part of my life for so long that I'm a football player, I play football. If I don't play football, I'm not a footballer anymore, then part of this I'd have to replace it with something, and I can't for the life of me think of anything to replace it with at the minute, so I'll carry on playing.
Do you love it? I don't know. Sometimes I absolutely hate it. It's just part of my life. It has been for 20 odd years. You know, I can't ever envisage a time when I don't come down on a Saturday morning or Friday afternoon to mount the pitch out, put the nets up, or you know, it's just who I am.
Come on, Barry!
But as I say, there's a lot of young lads who are actually coming into teams like us, who are only like 30. But myself, you know, I played on a little bit longer. But you know, I don't know. It's everybody's what they want to do, isn't it? You know, it's their choice. A lot of people want to play for us and, you know, keep themselves fit. We have like, I'm 64, we have a lad 60, we have another lad 55, another lad 55, so we're doing well.
Hockey skills go a long way, guys. Looking for punishment. Right, shake them up.
I've played for hundreds of clubs, from school teams, local teams, breakaway teams from those teams that then disbanded and formed another team, to all through school, through university, and then endless, useless Sunday league teams, who for some reason always seem to lose. I always play in the team that always loses. I was thinking about this the other day. Someone somewhere is playing in teams that always win, because that seems to be the only way that could work, but it's definitely not me.
Just running around again. Got these bad boys today for $12.99. Maybe some Bella just put them in the wrong packet. So what's up? Good ball. Somebody needs love. Boys, wake up, Burberry! Everyone, plenty of talking. First and second, good boy.
Yeah, it's incredibly violent, aggressive business. It's a very large, aggressive men doing something they're basically not very good at, but which is a contact sport. And it all depends how far you want to go. You'd always come across particularly pub teams where everybody basically looks the same, and where they clearly just spend their whole lives drinking together and fighting together and playing football together. And if you respond to it, it could all go horribly wrong. I've seen people rolling around in the car park after games, chasing the referees off. I've seen people really kicking each other in games. I mean, you can stay outside of that. You can just kind of say, oh, I'm not going there. But yeah, it's a full contact sport and much more violent than professional football.
I think it's a lot better than it was when I played. Them days, because we didn't have so many referees and sometimes you had to do it yourselves, and there were all what I would call the skillful, not so skillful, and outright cloggers. You still get that now and again, but I don't think it's as bad as it used to be.
I think it was more down to the fact that you had to play that football back then. It was a case of do or die, or live or not live. Not to put too much of a racist slant on it, but it was a different type of football back then compared to what it is now. And you really had to dig deep inside yourself as a team and as an individual to know that you were going to come out of that situation in one piece. And there's been some hostile crowds and there's been some episodes which, some of them are documented, some of them are not, but that's just the nature of how it's been.
I've seen people being chased. I remember one of our team chasing another member of our team all the way around the pitch, very slowly, waving his boot over his head, like apparently intent on actually attacking him, but so painfully slow. It was hard to sort of fear for either of them, really.
Seen it all. Broken arms, broken legs, fist fights, racial wars, you name it. Been all over it. Seen it all. I think the overriding view that comes out of it is people generally don't tend to hold a grudge. The flashpoint of the incident at the time generally tends to stoke up whatever happens, but over a period of time, tempers quelled out there and people sort of let things go.
Keeper! It goes! Now! Pity!
Yeah, he's slipping! Right, if you're going to step there, I'm going to take you off! Too close, man! Too close, man!
Challenge! Well in! Go on, press that, Neil, press that! Talon's with you! Talon's on your left! On your left! On your left, Tommy! Valley, yeah.
Come here, please. No. Excuse me, sir. Be quiet now. Right.
To be honest, I feel really sorry for the referees in the FA leagues because the abuse that they get is horrendous. You only have to pick the paper up of a Saturday and a Sunday and you'll see somebody sent off, somebody chasing the ref outside the pitch. So you just get hurdles abuse and for a little fee that you wouldn't get out of bed for. Do you know what I mean? So why should the referee tolerate abuse by footballers everyone gives the ref stick, there's no harm in that, but as long as it's within restraints, you know what I mean.
So I decided to take it up because I used to run the line on the Sunday for my lad when he played football, and I used to moan at the referees, and one of them said to me, well, if you think you can do any better, have a go. So I did.
I've just done a game today, no yellows, no red cards, nothing, absolutely fine. I find that any referee who's qualified should know the laws of the game and should be able to apply them. The difference is player management, how you deal with the players, how you talk to them, how you communicate with them, and as I say, letting them know what you will and won't put up with, and just managing them during the game. I find that if you manage the players and actually communicate, talk with them, 98% of them are absolutely fine. They just want to play football. Some of them are not quite so good at it, mind you, but they just want to play. And the other thing is you can apply the laws in maybe not a different way, but you have to treat it a bit differently to the Premiership. You will find that in the Premiership, players will do things and they know what they're doing. Half the time on a Sunday morning, if a player mistimes a tackle, it's because he's not actually very good. It's not because it's malicious.
You've got to be able to take the rough with the smooth. Yeah, the language, the insults, the complaints. I have to say over the years they have got a lot worse than they used to be. I mean, I'm thick-skinned, I'm used to it, but some of the young lads that start, they think it's a good idea, their careers, they get ruined within 6 months because they just didn't think that that's what it was about. They thought it was about refereeing a football match, not being abused for 90 minutes.
I think there's a bit more discipline now than there was before, and I think it's more frowned on now. I think the only probably possible negative we've got, and I think it's endemic on all footballers, is the the swearing. But I think that's across, you see it in the Premier League, and you wonder if they cut that out and it was there, it might come down. But you're always going to get it because whether or not I agree what the referee says, you're always going to get somebody moaning. That's life, isn't it? We all do it. No, you didn't. It's like when people say they swear. Sometimes it's out of frustration. It's not out of malice, but sometimes it happens because they get excited, they get keen, and they don't believe it. And every decision is two ways, isn't it? You believe you've done a right tackle, the other team believes you've done a wrong tackle. But I think the key is the referee. If the referee runs a game correctly, and isn't hard, isn't forceful, isn't like it's all about me, but if he runs it as it should be, most people accept it and then just get on and play. Because in the end, all they want to do is 90 minutes of football, run round, tire themselves out, hopefully win, but mainly have a good time, then could probably obviously go for a pint. That is Sunday football.
People can't even take, and it's not even criticism while you're saying to somebody's mark. You're me. I'm not on you. I just want you to mark. If we don't mark, that's what happens, 3-0. If people don't run back and help, it's 3-0.
Even the fact of it, if it's not nasty, it's sticking. Too many times the ball comes up and it goes straight back, we've got to stay up.
Exactly. But if it goes, but even if you touches off, you don't go, fuck, I can't be asked chasing it. That's what's happening.
Look, bro, as a team, we're fucking doing the business. We're hard to ball, man. Yeah? We're dominating the fucking team. We're dominating it. Fucking it's cool. That's fucking shit. I know, that's the story thing, bro. It was terrible what happened that last time, innit? Yeah. When we was 2-1 up, we had fucking got so many chances, didn't put them away, and they came back to all. Come on, lads, we've got to fucking stop putting them away. So let's bring it in. They say the wrong thing, they're going to get bollocked. Fucking talk, tell people that it's on. Listen to people calling and fucking make challenges up fucking top. Fuck's sake, it comes back every week, and apparently I'm the only one who says anything, right? But everyone else is noticing. The fucking challenges don't come. We're like that again. We got
got one forward over there and one forward over there, and we kick it down the fucking middle because we're fucking scared of it.
We ain't switched on, boys. You know, as an example.
Right into them all the time.
Who's coming off pass?
Who's off pass?
Playing with someone me.
Me. Get back in there, get amongst them. You know what I mean? We're looking to blame someone else, but let's take responsibility.
When the one wins the ball, there's nobody there to guard.
Listen,
Shall I tell you what, we're playing all our football back in our own half.
Listen,
And
we're
doing
going
that
downhill
every
now
week.
anyway, so we're going to pump up
Yeah, but we're playing all the football in our own half. We've got to stop playing in our half. We're getting caught.
Move in the box.
Guys at the back. Right, there's four of you. They've got 2 men. They say we're playing with a sweeper. I don't see the white men marking.
Just drag him into the hole. That opens them up in the centre. All I'll do is just walk through into that.
Come on, boys. Come on, off, eh?
So that's what we need to do, rather than panic. But at the same time, Shay's right, we've got to play clever, haven't we? We've got to know when to go. Most of the time, it's just about supporting the play, isn't it? It's not about bombing on behind. It's about supporting, receiving the ball, playing it inside, playing it down the line. And we've done that absolutely brilliantly. It's fantastic. The only thing I could say is it took us 35-40 minutes to realise where Ricky was taking these goal kicks to before everyone decided, oh shit, that's where I'll stand there. Yeah, so we reset quickly. It's going the same place every time, it's accurate as fuck.
And we'll stand there and say, we've got to talk more, we've got to do this, we've got to do that. We're actually, at times, fellas, we're getting the ball down and we're trying to play a little bit. And then it goes out the fucking window. It's only for a couple of minutes. We go into training, you all look fucking well beaters. The back four got to be the fittest back four in the fucking league because they're under pressure every fucking week. Every week. They suffer because the ball comes straight back every time.
Any positives?
That is the positives.
Well, we ain't conceded a goal. Yeah, that is well.
These players I've played against that are far too good to play at this level, but I suppose you'd have to ask them really. It's their sort of personal reasons. Why didn't they do it? Maybe, I don't know, maybe they didn't aspire to it. Maybe happier just having a smoke and a drink in the pub instead of going to the gym, or I don't know. If I was that good, if I was as good as some of the players I've played against, I'd maybe thought differently.
See, when we were kids, I could name at least 30 guys who in theory should be pro, but because of the bigoted nature of who was in charge, transferring their cross-generational messages to why, I'm not saying that I'm racist, but I don't like black guys and all that kind of stuff. There's been a whole heap of stuff. You don't fit because your attitude's not right, but I've had to have this attitude just to live in my everyday life. And if you honed my attitude correctly, then it would work for you, but you're not even willing to give it a chance, and herein lies a bit of the problem. Talented players, you know, let's look at somebody like, I don't know, there's loads of professionals who have that temperamental streak, but then somebody's seen that in them and allowed them to shine and flourish, and herein lies the problem. You look like you've got an attitude, son. No, it's just the nature of how I am. Well, we don't do that here, so nice to see you and I'll see you later kind of thing. So, you know, it's a bit like that.
Fish, you there, Luke. Back there, I've got him. No, you there, fish. Fish! There. No one. He's got him. Colsy's got him. Wait. Ruff! 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 Top Joe! We all know about the Premier League and the big wages and stuff like they get, but these people here who run these clubs do it because they love football, not because it's about making money, it's because they love football. I think that's the difference between, well, non-league or Saturday or Sunday football is because it's people who want to be involved, want to see it happen, and aren't really bothered about making money. They just want to break even and see 16, 30 lads play football week in, week out, enjoy it.
I say we played at Gosberton once, and It was absolutely pissing it down, and we had to get changed in our cars in a lay-by, climb over a barbed wire fence and chase the sheep off the pitch. And that was a regular occurrence, quite more than I'd like it to have been, I think.
The grassroots level deeply needs reinvesting in by the FA, and it just completely gets ignored every single season. So why should we be giving money to the FA when it's not getting pumped back in?
I think that as long as you do it right, you could put money into it, improve things like facilities, changing rooms, pitches a little bit. We used to play on a pitch that one of our best defenders was a puddle, because the ball used to just land in this puddle, didn't it? A couple of seasons
He got
back.
man of the match about 6 times that season.
Remember our striker once going clean thrown goal, and the ball held up in the puddle. Their defender ran right past it, and he just slotted it in the bottom corner. Second half of the game, their striker was running clean thrown goal. Ball landed in the puddle. He ran past it. Our defender cleared it. So it's pitches like that are just shocking.
You just got to get on with it when the pitch is like that.
I think we're quite lucky where we play that our goalposts are painted white and that they're straight. But I know a lot of teams don't even have that. It's the passion that keeps us going, but certainly investment in this part of the game, it's never going to be a priority. There are kids, the money's going to get invested in kids. It's not going to get invested in adults. We've had our day, but we'll just keep coming.
We'd play if there were no goalposts. We'd stick a couple of bags down and play. If there was no league, we'd still all get together and play football. So I think from a really young age, you get it in your blood, and if there's no facilities, it's not going to stop you playing, I wouldn't have thought.
I'm sure some money could trickle down into grassroots football, and then you might get your young lads playing football more. You might get better footballers coming through, and everyone's always talking about academies at football clubs and things, but here's the grassroots level. This is where your good players come from as well.
I think there's a lot of things to do on a Sunday, a lot of things to do on a Saturday. Young families are doing things that I could never dream of doing when I was an 8-10-year-old. And the only thing I could do at 8 and 10-year-old was play football on the park, wherever. But now, the kids have got a lot of pulls on their time, and the parents have. At the end of the day, it's not just 90 minutes for a kid to play football. There's training in the week, there's a cost of boots, etc., etc. So I think it's all about desire. If you want to do it, you will do it. But I think they should be concentrating at grassroots level, without question.
It's quite possible people will. I mean, a generation from now, people won't be playing Sunday football. I don't know what they'll be doing. Possibly something, more high tech and indoor. And people are much less into football as a participation sport. I think it's a real shame. I mean, that's the whole point. The whole game sprung from people on a muddy field running around senselessly. I mean, that's what organised football is. And facilities are being massively cut and downgraded. These men are dinosaurs. They're the last of a dying breed. There's something majestic about the 40-year-old man with his enormous gut shoved into a 20-year-old acrylic strip on a dying pitch in porter-cabin dressing rooms off an A road somewhere, because they won't be seen again. Men of his age and future will be doing something else.
Well, I hope it keeps going, obviously, because I'm so much into football. It's part of my life, it always has been, and I want grassroots to be better than ever, so I hope it really kicks off.
And that's what it's about, because football will be here when I've gone, you've gone, the players have gone, and it's about making sure football always is there.
Stay off! Well done! Oh no!
Although it's serious, it's done in jest, and you shake your opponent's hands, you your colleagues had after the game. That's what it's all about for me. It doesn't matter how upset I get, you know, how I'm willing to shake your hand after the game and forget about it, going to the pub, we have a drink.
I just love playing football, Dan. I absolutely love football, and I honestly cannot think of anything other than football that I would want to do on a Saturday. And so long as I can get a game, I'll keep playing.
What are you going to do when it's time?
Oh, don't say that, Dan. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I think if I'd have decided on something, if I'd have come up with something, I'd have maybe done it. But I'm not playing golf. I'm not playing bloody golf or shopping or gardening. No, I don't want to do anything but play football. Until I can't, I will. I think I'd best leave it at that, really.
It is exciting when you get to finals and who's going to win the league and stuff like that. Because, all right, it's only Sunday football, but for some of these people, if they get to a final or win the league, it's probably like them winning the Premier League. Because obviously they're playing at a standard that they're comfortable, they're able to play at. And everybody likes to win something. You all like to play because you like playing, but it is nice towards the end. If you pick up a cup, a medal, even a runners-up medal, you know, it has, because you know that's something that you can remember for the rest of your life. Right? I played football when I was in 2013 and we won the Division 1. Can't take it away from anybody, can you? And that's all that it really is. And it does get tense, it does get fraught, it does get exciting, but to me that's what football's about, isn't it? It's not about massive rewards, it's just that being part of something that you'll always remember.
It's the opposite of shopping. It's the opposite of going out doing nice things, having a brunch, maybe going for a city break somewhere, and all those things that people do in adverts, like couples, that appear to be the definition of having a really good time. But this is the opposite. It's something you do on your own, basically, or with your mates, and which is awful, terrible. You come back from it unable to walk. You've had a terrible time. You've been abused. You've possibly been attacked. And yeah, I think probably it does seem a bit strange.
There's not a lot of young lads coming through now. They're more into computers now than football, as we all know. And this is the best thing ever. Greatest sport in the world.